So Richard Hart bought Ethereum, and a lot of people, or at least wallets that people believe are connected to Richard Hart, bought Ethereum. And a lot of people believe that some of those funds will be used to pump up the price of the Pulse chain ecosystem. So we're going to ask this little simple question. What happens if the price of Ethereum dips? Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is that Eric Wall shared a quote that allegedly is from Richard Hart, right? I think so. I'm not quite sure. I think there's a video about it somewhere, but I'll just read the quote that he shared. Let's pretend you launched a coin and you raised money, and then you put that money into Ethereum, and then Ethereum went up 40x, and you dumped that SHIT, and you had a effing stack of cash. I bet if you reinvested in your original coin, you could have put in more into that coin than you took out. Do you know what I'm saying? Wall responded no, right? And then Richard Hart says that you don't get it. Okay, well, I can't say it any more clearer. Now, what are the assumptions that Eric Wall is trying to raise? He's trying to raise assumptions that number go up on Ethereum, a lot of cash could be flowing into Pulse chain. And to give you what many people would call, I don't know who came up with this quote, magic carpet ride, right? We've already established that you need about 441 million, that's what Richard Hart posted, to send the Pulse chain ecosystem up 100x. So if you have a situation where he put in about 400 million into Ethereum, if that turns out into 1.2 billion, that's how many 400x is? Quite a substantial amount of them. Now, what happens if the price dips? Because now there was some talk, I don't know who said this on Twitter, that Richard Hart buying Ethereum is a top signal. And what if the price dips? If the price dips, yeah, that means that no magic carpet ride, no potential magic carpet ride. It also mean that, I wouldn't say it means no potential magic carpet ride, but it just means that it will be delayed for quite some time. Now, we do understand that these wallets are probably not the only wallets that are controlled by, they're not the only sacrifice wallets out there, right? There are other wallets. I mean, there was the Hex adoption amplifier that generated a lot of Ethereum. There was the Bitcoin investments prior to all this that were made. So it's possible that you could have a situation where, despite the price of Ethereum going down, you could still see sacrifice wallets or sacrifice related pouring in some capital to buy some of that Pulse chain and sending the ecosystem to the moon. But having said that, you might not see the same thousands of X gains. You might in that point see 50X, right? Or 100X. So you might see less gains. Those are some of the potential outcomes that could happen in those cases. Now, obviously, there's no expectation of profit from any work, right? You don't expect anyone to do anything for you, to buy any coins for you. But these are just scenarios that could potentially happen. Having said that, right, now this is just one aspect of the space. There's another aspect of the space, which is the whales, the people in the ecosystem themselves, right? There are people in the space who could just pump the coins outside of the sacrifice related wallets, outside RH ecosystem. I do expect Pulse chain to pump despite that. Now, right now we've had the rally in Solana. It looks like we're going to have a rally in, people are starting to talk about Phantom, they're starting to talk about Base, so we could see a lot of capital flowing into those assets. But we should not forget that the Pulse chain will also pump, the ecosystem will pump, the trend for Pulse chain will come. We did have some rallies on Pulse chain, we did have some mini altcoin mania on Pulse chain, at a time when there was kind of some excitement around a lot of the altcoins on Pulse chain. It is quietened down, but it is very possible that will come back again. So my thoughts are, if the sacrifice, if the price of Ethereum dips and dippity dips, then it's not great news for the whole ecosystem, and but it does not mean that we will not see a pump. And another thing that I would say is that if you're looking at the prices of Pulse where we are right now, we have more upside than downside from where we are right now compared to other ecosystems. So if we're starting to talk about a top in the market, we don't have far to fall compared to other ecosystems. What we do need more of is a little bit more of that positive attitude, more of the excitement back, because I do see that there is the sentiment seems to really need a boost in the Pulse Chain ecosystem. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts regarding this. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.